What's up, YouTube? This is Modern Mods here doing another video. Today we're going to be doing a 1-inch wheel spacer install on my Chrysler 200 here, and we're going to get a good amount of before footage and a good amount of after footage too, and I'll show you all the parts and tell you some prices of what I had to pay for everything. All right, so here we go. Here's the wheel spacers here, and I can show you the thickness of 1 inch. There that is right there. And I bought these off eBay probably about a week ago, and they were right around the $40 to $50 range. Can't remember exact. I will have a link in the description of the wheel spacers if you want to check them out yourself. And here's a wheel lock kit. Basically, it's just lugs. These Chryslers here, they actually have lug bolts. So I was kind of nervous about this whole wheel spacer situation. When I had a Jeep, I put it on my Jeep, no problem. You know, they had the studs, you could just easily mount them to. So I had to make sure that was actually doable, and according to a couple forums, it was. But as you can see here, they come with these nuts that I don't want these to be my lugs. I don't want you seeing these outside of my car and having that extra stud sticking out. See, currently I got the, I have aftermarket lug bolts in there right now. That I did get from Discount Tire for my rims in there. But I'm going to be taking those lug bolts and installing them in these holes and mounting the spacers on the hub assembly. And I'm going to be putting these, which I got from AutoZone for about $35. These are 6-spline, and it does come with the key. It's a whole kit. And I'm going to be putting these over the thread right there like that. So that will be my lug. I did have to look up sizes and everything. 12 millimeter by 125 is the size, and I had to double check on my hub there, and as you can see, that is the size. So I bought that, just want to make sure that fit. It did. It's all good. But without further ado, we're going to get to the install here. First, we're gonna break these wheels free, both the fronts. We're gonna do the both fronts first, and then we will see what it looks like, and then we will start the backs. So now we got the wheels jacked up. We're gonna go ahead and get these tires all the way off. Now have the wheels off, hubs off and everything. We're going to now buff the wheel hubs. That's just for, you know, better stick with it. You know, you don't want any of this corrosion and all this stuff. This one's not too bad. The other side is a little bit worse, but you just want to really make sure these are clean, so the metal to metal is just good, no space in between or anything like that. Always safety first. Alright guys, so now that we have the wheel hubs buffed, we're gonna go ahead and install these now. So like I said before, I have lug bolts. I do not have lugs coming out my hub. That's very standard on more foreign type vehicles, I'd say, BMW, Mercedes. I was really surprised to see my Chrysler had it, but whatever, you know. So here I'm gonna line these up with my holes, and I'm gonna take my bolt, I'm just gonna thread it in there. And I'm gonna do that with all my other ones. Okay, so now that I got all that in, I just want to make a little side note. These are aftermarket lug bolts here. I got those, like I said earlier, for my rims. I do not have my stock lug bolts anymore. So for anybody out here that may be doing this on their Chrysler 200 or any car that does have lug bolts, I don't know how the OEM bolts are gonna fit. I know mine were really, really thick. That's why I had to get new ones, because they just didn't work on my rims. So you may ultimately have to get some aftermarket lug bolts as well, because they're more narrow. They are spline, so I mean, either way, you're gonna have a key, so you don't have to worry about any theft or anything like that. And this is gonna be behind your wheel anyways. But I do think that is probably gonna have to be the case for most people trying to do this with lug bolts. All right, guys, so I just finished zapping down my lugs inside there. It's real sturdy now. It's on there. It's not fully torqued down yet, but just so you guys can see here, the reason I was talking about those aftermarket bolts, if you can just see, it goes inside of that, so it won't be affecting the wheel mounting at all. So that is my only concern for anybody using their OEM lug bolts. But just, you know, keep an eye out. If you do need a pair of these, I actually got these from Discount Tire. They were about 50 bucks, I think, or maybe 40. But I do know they sell a set at AutoZone in pairs of 5 for about, what was it? I want to say maybe 15 bucks. So it is doable. You can easily ride out to AutoZone if you found out that you can't, install it with your OEMs. Hopefully you got a buddy with you with another car, or you have to remount your wheel. But you can ride up there and you can get your sets to make this actually work and get this done that same day. All right, guys, so I'm on my other wheel here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did on that side. And then after that, we will finish torquing these all the way down. So now I'm going to torque it down. I do recommend having a buddy with you, because if you don't, it's going to be real hard to hold this wheel and torque at the same time. So I'm just going to give it a light twist. I know it's not to specifications, don't shoot me, but that's all I got right now. And there we go. That's all held down real good there. No shake, nothing like that. And next step will be putting the wheels on, but we're gonna go tighten down that other side first. All right, so here's the second wheel. All right, guys, so here we are. We're all tightened up, and now's the fun part. We're gonna actually mount the wheel. Now, like I said earlier, I did get new bolts here that I'm going to remove these ones, and I'm going to put on the ones I bought from AutoZone. Give it a more stylish finish. Flicking them everywhere. So now, you're just going to line your wheel up, and this is pretty much it. I mean, just get that wheel on there, hanging on the hubs. If you're doing this on your Chrysler, you're probably like, holy crap, that was way easier. I mean, lug bolts are not fun, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So here, they thread on perfectly. They look pretty good. Again, these are the ones I bought from AutoZone. They're about $35. Just gonna get them on by hand here, slightly. And then I am going to zap them in, and then do the other side and torque them down. All right, guys, so it's time for the other wheel. All the same steps. Just get this one on, and then it's time for the back. Last step here is just want to mount these tires and torque them down here. Again, I don't have a torque wrench. Highly recommend getting one. I just do it the old-fashioned way, which is probably not the safest way. But we're just going to torque them down, and then we're going to do the same to the other side. So we're here. This is the second front wheel. We're gonna get this one mounted just like that one, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the backs, not on film. Get those all done. Same process though. Make sure you buff, do all that, take all the safety steps, and then once we're done with that, we'll be right back with the footage. So there it was. I mean, that install was pretty easy. I mean, for anybody who doesn't have much car knowledge or, you know, anything in the aspects of putting things together, it's not hard at all. I truly love the way it came out. It's not as big as I thought it would be, but I kind of realized that's pretty much a good thing, because any bigger, I think I'd kind of look a little bit silly. But I do like it, and if you guys like it, try it out, man. It's a $40 upgrade, and it'll really change that aesthetic look of that vehicle that you have. So, I mean, if you guys like the video, please drop a like, subscribe, and comment for more ideas and things you want to see done to my car, his car, anything. Just any ideas or any questions you have on any vehicle stuff, and let us know, and we're here to help. All right, guys, thanks for checking in with us today. Peace.